Welcome back to the podcast, Redeemed. I'm with my two co-hosts once again. You know, at some point we need to have somebody else on the show to kind of mix it up a little bit.
I know.
Because it's us every time.
We get Levi sometimes, but...
Yeah.
He just sits over there.
I know, he doesn't say anything. He just sits there.
And I know you're... Well, actually, I didn't watch anymore. I can say whatever I want right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's just us. It'll probably be us until somebody else
finally says stop. You guys still do that?
Which is never going to happen. You know that.
I know.
We're going to be doing this until we're 60.
Until we die.
Well, the good news is I die first. So.
Okay, well, once he dies, we're done.
I call it dibs.
Whoever dies first, we're done.
No.
Keep it going.
No. We enjoy meeting together and doing this. And so thanks for joining us once again. And we've been following along with David. And we're getting to the more exciting part.
Not for David.
Of his reign. Yeah, absolutely.
He probably didn't enjoy it as much.
No. But, all consequences of the sin.
Yep.
Coming around.
And so we left off with Absalom killing Ammon because of what Ammon did to his sister Tamar.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Absalom ran. And so now we're at the point where the king, his heart longed for Absalom. And so he was I would say he's depressed. That's kind of the feeling I get from it.
That's how it reads.
Yeah.
He was just a
very sad
man.
Mm-hmm.
He missed his son.
Mm-hmm. And Joab didn't really like it.
No.
Now, I'm just paraphrasing, but Joab was getting a little tired of this mentality that David had. And so he kind of comes up with a plan and does this whole thing where he's trying to point out to David that he needs to kind of step up a little bit.
Gotta wake up, dude. Shake out of it.
And that he's king, he needs to act like the king, and so on and so on. And so David, after Joab does his thing, it's funny too because Joab has this woman come in and do it and tell this story and blah 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 blah.
Quite the production.
He did. He put a whole production on.
He did.
Yeah.
And David knew immediately that it was coming from Joab.
Nice try, Joab.
Yeah.
Him and Joab have been doing it for a minute, so.
I thought it was interesting too that he chose to do it that way instead of just doing it himself. And maybe Joab had done it himself. And
he had already tried.
Wasn't listening. So after that, David straightens up a little bit, and then he also starts the process of reaching out to his son Absalom and brings him back to Jerusalem. But there's still a big gap between them. And I think it says that he didn't see his father's face for a few years, I believe it was.
2 years.
2 years.
Yep. Absalom lived 2 years in Jerusalem without seeing the king's face.
And so you can kind of see the relationship was strained.
Yeah.
That kind of sets the stage for what's going to happen next. And that is Absalom is going to he does. He overthrows his father.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do it to the completed fact to where he can actually just destroy his father.
Right.
He gets close, but he's not able to take it all the way. Why? Because, of course, God was on his side. Mm-hmm. So, but there's a couple things we should note. First of all, because as you're reading through this, there's just interesting things that just stick out to me. One of them is that it talks about how very handsome Absalom was.
It does in great detail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That there was no blemish from the top of his head to the sole of his foot.
That would be the entire body.
Top to bottom.
Yep.
Thank you.
I just think it's just interesting. And then it talks about his hair, which keep a note there. Because that hair is going to be his undoing.
Yeah.
Apparently he never watched The Incredibles. No capes.
No capes. No capes.
Same principle.
Just saying.
It is. Same principle. It's what's going to happen. The hairs are going to trip him up.
Yep.
Or tangle him up, I should say. All right. But it's interesting that they do talk about this and that it weighed 200 shekels by royal standards when you cut it once a year. That seems pretty heavy to me. That's a lot of hair.
That is a lot of hair. And that's just what you're cutting once a year.
Yeah,
it's not even like all the hair.
I was trying to find if it had anything in the commentary about what that translated to.
And then it also says that he had 3 sons and a daughter that were born to Absalom, and his daughter he named Tamar. Interesting. And she became a beautiful woman.
There you go.
And that's pretty much all we hear about that.
Right.
But I thought that was just an interesting little note they put in there. That apparently he was still grieving his sister well enough that it looks apparently like he named one of his children after her. Mm-hmm. All right. And then we get to the point where Absalom lived 2 years in Jerusalem without seeing his father's face. And then he begins the process. In the course of time, I like the way it says that. In the course of time, Absalom provided himself with a chariot, horses, and with 50 men to run ahead of him. So you can see, so he's working up here.
Yeah, he's building up.
Building up. And then this is where he becomes. It's a pretty smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you had a complaint that you wanted to place before the king for decision, Absalom would intercept them. And then he would say, if I was king, then I would do this way. And as a result, he stole the heart of the people.
Smart guy.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart.
It's a good idea.
It took a while. It did. It took a little
I
while.
was going to say that plan does work, but it definitely is not a fast plan.
He was playing the long game.
He was.
He knew. He couldn't just walk in one day and...
Take it.
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years it took. All right. 4 years. And then, after a few other things transpire, a messenger came to David and told David, the hearts of the people of Israel are with Absalom. And what is David's response?
Gotta go.
We got to go.
In that case, we gotta bounce, guys. Because I know what happens next.
Yep. We must flee, or none of us will escape from Absalom. So he must have knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which once again, I find the whole dynamic of the David-Absalom relationship just interesting.
Yeah, I think he was like thinking back, like, man, I wish that guy would have just stayed gone.
Yeah. Shouldn't have brought
You
him
know,
back.
like when he was just really wanting his son back.
Yeah.
And this is what you get.
But then even at the end, he's asking him not to kill Absalom after he's done everything. I mean, he's very...
I guess a parent's love. I don't know. I'm not a parent, but...
Well, I think David may have also have had some understanding that this was all his fault.
Could be. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It didn't have to go like this, and he knew that this was... He didn't know necessarily that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But he knew that this was all consequence for Bathsheba.
Yeah.
So maybe there was just some guilt and some realization there, and that he knew that he was just going to be lucky if God didn't kill him in all this.
Yeah, could be. Could very well be that he's
point,
like, well, maybe God's changed his mind. He's going to take me off the throne, put him in the place.
Yeah.
Interesting train of thought. I hadn't actually thought of it that way, but that does make some sense.
Maybe.
We'll ask David when we get to heaven.
Yeah.
David, what was you thinking?
Why did you do this?
Why'd you do this? So, long story short, they leave. Out they go. He leaves all but 10 concubines, those poor concubines, to watch over the palace.
His least favorites, probably.
That's the way I figured.
Like, you don't need to come with us. You just stay here.
You're just dead weight. You stay there.
Yeah.
Watch the palace. Keep it running.
Like, where's it going?
Yeah, where's it gonna go? So anyway, his whole household takes off. Now there is some interesting things here that It talks about the Kirites, the Pelites, and the Gittites, and those are actually, according to commentary, they were mercenary soldiers, and so they were loyal to whoever paid them. Mm-hmm. And so that's who.
That was all he had.
That was all he had. That was David's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, loyal to whoever paid him.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then we got this one guy. His name is, and I can't pronounce it. Itai. Yeah. And Dave basically said, "Why don't you go home? You really don't have any dog in this fight. What are you doing?" And he basically says, "Wherever you're going, I'm going too."
I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, just once again, just interesting. Yeah. Now, he does leave a few people behind to kind of help undermine Absalom's rule.
Yeah.
So people to kind of stick in some interesting places so that when Absalom asked for advice, David would know what was going on because they would report to him, but then they'd also give him some bad information.
Not necessarily great.
information.
Yes.
Or
Advice.
Yeah, advice. There we go. So David's very smart. You know, and he's doing the best. He's doing the best he can. So, a lot going on. So because of David's sin with Bathsheba, you see all these things playing out. The Ammon and Tamar, Absalom killing it. Absalom killing him. Excuse me.
Yes.
And then Absalom taking over the kingdom.
Yep.
And in the end, it's like you said, David seems to be taking it as a way of just,
this is all my fault.
I deserve this.
Yeah, for the most part. I do wonder. Yeah. I just wonder what his grand plan was by leaving those people behind in those certain roles and places.
I don't know.
Was he thinking about coming back?
Well, I would imagine so.
Yeah, if not,
I mean, I don't think he just was going to hand over the kingdom to him.
Yeah.
But and that's why I think he left.
Right.
Because if he had stayed, he probably would have lost the kingdom because Absalom had the hearts of all of Israel.
Everybody.
So in the end, David was probably making the best decisions he possibly can.
Yeah.
With the information that he had, he says, I got to do this, got to move, and then that way I'm not trapped here. So
And he did.
he did, and away they go. And they exit. And that's where we're going to leave David for right now. Okay? Once again, he's paying for his sins, which is interesting because one of the things about David, this story is awesome, is that you do get to see how the sin can play out in somebody's life. And we're seeing that play out. And poor David he's got some pretty steep consequences for what he did.
He does.
And so we're seeing that play out in his everyday life. I mean, I wonder what had happened if he never had, what kind of story we would have had from then.
I wonder that with a handful of prominent Bible characters. David being one, two being Samson.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah, that's a good
for
one.
me.
Yeah.
Just because everything he did, I don't think he was really ever on the right page.
No, and he did it
Literally ever.
just a little bit. I'm going to do the bare minimum.
So it's just like, how great could he have been if he would have been a true Nazirite and done everything that God had wanted him to do? But David's obviously number one in that category because of how.
But you also see God's
he
mercy
was.
playing
Yeah.
out here too.
Yeah.
Because it is obvious that Absalom was going to be able to take over.
Yep.
I mean, he was there.
Oh, yeah.
David had nothing left but his bodyguard. You know what I'm saying? When he left the city.
It's a fact.
So, but God's mercy kept David on the throne. So even though this is a payment for these are consequences of sin,
Right.
God didn't take it all from him. And he's going to reestablish him on that throne very soon.
Very soon. Absalom, things aren't going to go super great.
Nope.
It's gonna fall apart.
You get to be king for like a little bit, but then were you really ever the king?
Were you really
No,
king?
no, he never got situated.
Exactly. Never got comfy.
Never got comfy. But that's only because of God's mercy.
Correct.
Because everything was in order to where he should have been able to do that.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah, he had all the hearts of Israel.
Yep. All the hearts of Israel. And so God's mercy on David was that he was going to bring him back and make him reestablish him as king once again.
Yeah.
So God's mercy is just amazing. It doesn't matter, no matter how many sins, yes, we will have consequences for that sin. You cannot get over that fact. You will have consequences for your sin. But there is a mercy there that in the end, he's still working with you.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And it does give you hope.
It gives me immense hope.
Because I, like David, screw up all the time.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't.
Yes, you do.
I haven't murdered somebody, but
We want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's actually why we're here.
it's just you.
But
That's why I like the story of David so much.
because at the end of it, he's still a man after God's own heart.
Yes,
That's what's referred to in the New Testament. So there's something there. God's mercy is just amazing. But keep a short list of sin. Can't get over that fact. Okay? Short list of sin. All right. You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.